Join me today for another BattleTech unboxing, this time Battlefield Support Recon and Hunter Lances. This is the Geek Cabal channel. My name is Bobbie, and today we're going to be unboxing another box set from the BattleTech Mercenaries Kickstarter, the Battlefield Support Recon and Hunter Lances. Sorry about the glare. So, this is another vehicle box set, and this one is going to feature some helicopters in it, VTOLs if you will, as well as some pretty good sized tanks. So, let's see what we got here. All right, so get the cards open first. And like with the last one, we have Alpha Strike and Battlefield Support cards for these. So let's start with the small end this time. Alright, so we have the Skulker Wheeled Scout Tank, which is a real little guy here. And like with the other one, there's two of each of these vehicles. So then, going to the other end, we have, let's see here, the Behemoth Heavy Tank, which just looks like a gigantic engine of doom here. Looks an awful lot like the Mammoth tanks from Command and Conquer. And like the other tanks, the turrets do turn on these. And as like the others, there's two of each one. I don't think there's anything here on the Skulker that turns. Everything here is pretty small, so there's no turning stuff on the tiny tank. Then we have the Ontos Heavy Tank. This one, I have some of these in metal because this one, I read the description of this, sounds pretty spectacular. This thing has 8, I think, medium lasers on it, or large lasers, and it's 4 to a side on these. So if it fires all at once, it can like hollow out a battle mech if it hits just right, or if it's a smaller mech. So this thing is potentially really destructive, and you know, it's got a movable turret like the others. But yeah, this is the Ontos Heavy Tank. You get 2 of those in there. And then we have the Warrior Attack Helicopter. Now it comes down on the ground on the base like this. No, the rotor does not rotate. But you can take it off the base, and it comes with a stand. That I apparently put on backwards somehow, which I really hope not, because that's not very stable. Oh, sorry. There's a tiny plug that comes out of the helicopter. That's what allowed it to go on the stand in the first place. So you have to take that out, and then you have it here on the flight stand. So it just depends on if you want it up in the air or down on the ground. I know in the Clicky Tech game, the V2Ls came with flight stands because you could send them up to a higher elevation which made them harder to shoot at, but also made it so they couldn't like load and unload. So they had to come down to the ground for that. So I'm gonna we're gonna leave the plug out on one of them. So I'll have one of them on the flight stand and one of them on the ground for the close-up shots. But yeah, so this looks not quite like an Apache helicopter. You know, it's got more blades than an Apache has, and it's got the thrust engine there on the back. But the cockpit's very similar to an Apache. The wings are more like what you see on like the Hind gunship. So it's kind of a hodgepodge. I mean, it's from the 80s. So, and then, like I said, there's a second one. We'll get the flight stand next to it, and the plug next to the other. Then, yeah, so like we've done with the others, there's several variants in here. Just depends on what you're after. The old Warrior attack helicopter, one of his variants has no damage. So, got the feeling that one acts like a scout to try to use its range and everything to target like your artillery or something. Pretty good movement, 18 to 20 inches. Very, very fragile on the helicopters. I think one shot will destroy them. The Skulker, also very fragile. Okay, so in one of the other videos, I mentioned the C3S. Well, this is the C3M, which that would be the master system that the C3 slave systems have to hook up to. So this is the one that makes it work. So this is on the Skulker. Then there's an SRM variant and a C variant, so a clan variant. The Ontos, we have just the regular version, which is already fairly devastating. Then we have one with a chemical laser, which seems to, well, I thought it sacrificed long range damage, but I guess it really doesn't, but beefs up the other damage. And then we have the 3053 upgrade, which ups the damage all the way across the board. And then the light gauze version, which trades short and medium damage for long range damage. So gives some options there. Then for the Behemoth, we have the base version, the Kirita variant, which looks like it ups the damage all the way across the board. And then but sacrifices several special abilities, it looks like. And then we have the Kirita upgrade, which increases the damage at short and medium range. And then we have the Davian version, which is kind of a mix between those other two. So, yeah, some interesting variants in there. So, we will get some close-up pictures, video, show you folks everything that we got here, check out the cards, all that fun stuff. And then we'll come back to the video here. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, well, hopefully everyone got a good look at everything there. Yeah, so this is kind of hard to peg this one. Like the first box I opened was kind of, generic, middle of the road. Everyone's got these kind of things. Now, I think pretty well everyone has demolisher tanks. And, sorry, those aren't demolisher tanks. Those are, I even just said those are behemoth tanks. Demolisher tanks are different, and I think everyone has those too. But we have like the kind of light scouting side with the helicopter and the skulker, and then like the heavy damage side with the behemoth and the Ontos. So it's a mix here as opposed to the other, which was all kind of, generic tanks, generic missile launchers. So, yeah, and I think this is the only set that comes with helicopters other than the main box set, which I believe also had a couple. So hopefully see some more of those down the road. So in editing here, I realized that I said that the Mercenaries box set also has VTOLs. It does not. I was thinking, like, got the wires crossed. It has a couple hover tanks, not VTOLs. So that was total, like, misinformation on my part. Sorry about that. Back to the video. But yeah, like I said, the Ontos is one of my favorite tanks. Given the whole, like, hey, let's just fire 8 lasers at somebody all at once thing. Always fun. So yeah. Again, I mean it's still generic, but it's the extremes this time. A couple scouting units, fast units. One that's going to be like your master computer for your C3 system if you're going to use it. But then like the tanks that are going to bring the devastation. So anyway, that's about all I've got to say for this one. So let me know down in the comments what you guys think. You plan on picking this one up? Pass? Vehicle stupid? Whatever. Let me know down there. Otherwise, if you like what you saw, like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Sharing and commenting would help us grow the channel, and we always appreciate it. And obviously, we always appreciate subscribers because that's the name of the game here. But yeah, other than that. Just be on the lookout for more unboxings, because I've still got looks like 4 more vehicle sets to go through. Probably not going to record them all at once here. I think I'm going to do one more, and that's probably going to be it for today. It'll be the 5th one I recorded today, so then I'll have to edit them and spread them out and everything. So be on the lookout for more. Plus, they keep making more Lance packs that are exclusives and new, and like I already have one of the new House Davian Lance packs that I haven't opened up on here, so they'll be somewhere here in this mix. But yeah, keep an eye out for more vehicles and other BattleTech stuff and whatnot. But yeah, that's all I've got to say today. So just remember, no guts, no galaxy.